Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Irina. I am the owner of Love and Light Hypnosis Center based in Roseville, California, and I am a level 2 QHHT practitioner. In today's video, I would like to add basically the information to my previous video about entity attachments, because I received a comment from one of the QHHT practitioners where she's basically asking, how do I get to the point where I address that the client has entity attachments? So how do I do that? When client comes in, they basically share their story of life, of trauma, everything that they had experienced, and I am listening. Most of the time clients are saying, oh, I felt angry at that situation, or I was so fearful, or I still can't forgive something or someone, or they have guilt or shame or abandonment issue. So most of the time client will tell you what emotions they experienced during certain situations. So I am listening as a QHHT practitioner. I listen absolutely every word what they say. Especially, I've noticed how they react when they are speaking about certain events, what emotions bringing them to tears, what memories, and what basically associated with their trauma the most. Okay, so now when they already finished telling you their story, and you interviewing them before the session, you are getting to know them, they are getting to know you, and when the time comes for me to guide them to the QHHT session, I usually tell them, so let's review what you've been saying to me. You mentioned such a powerful emotions, and I tell them the list of emotions that they mentioned. And I said, in order for us to have a better QHHT session, I would like us to remove those negative energies, negative emotions, so we will have much more pleasant experience during the session. Client never says no. I basically guide them because I am the one who is in control of the session, okay? And I want you to also gain clarity and know that you guys are always in control. The client is coming to you with expectations that you're gonna help them, okay? That you are the master of what you're doing. And they are completely vulnerable. They're sharing with you some important stuff of their life. And of course, they're helping that you're going to guide them out of that state of mind, emotional distress and some suffering, I want to say, okay? So how I do that? I basically tell them, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, take a deep breath into your heart, connect with your higher self. They're closing their eyes, they're, connecting with their higher self. And I'm affirming and I'm saying, please repeat after me. I allow, I surrender, and I receive. And I am also simultaneously with client, in my own mind, I'm asking their higher self to guide me to release those entity attachments, those energies that they're no longer need to have, okay? And it always works. I just do it from my heart. I connect with client with my own heart, with their consciousness, with their higher self, however you want to call it. It always works. When you are energetically involved, and you are surrounding them with such a beautiful energy of love, they feel safe. They trust you. Okay? During those interview hours, for me, it usually takes 2 to 3 hours to have just an interview. And then, only then, I have QHHT session with client. So when they close their eyes and they said, I allow, I surrender, I receive, I keep telling them, repeat after me. I'm asking my higher self the essence of me, who is breathing me now and circulating blood through my veins, to show me and help me to release all the energies, all emotions, all thought forms, all memories that are no longer serving me. I know I am ready to release them, and I'm going to do that with much love and gratitude for their service to me, for teaching me how those emotions feel in my physical body. Then I'm asking client to mentally scan their body and identify if there is some tension or they just feel, the emotion. For example, guilt. Guilt is always in the lower abdomen. Anger is in the chest. Or it could be in the stomach sometimes, but most of the time is in the chest. Shame, abandonment, jealousy, the list is very long, not gonna go through that, but most important emotions, it's of course powerful, it's fear, anger, guilt. So when client identifies that emotion, I guide them and I'm telling them, take a look at that emotion. However it represents in your body, just look at it. It could be as a cloud, it could be as some sort of substance, it could appear anyhow, it could be as a face of that emotion, it could be as a smoke, it basically just allow them to describe how it feels, how it looks like, okay? And then I'm telling them, let's talk to that emotion. Let's face it and talk to it. If it's fear, you don't have to be fearful anymore. You are present in the power of your consciousness, of your awareness that it is there. It's already disempowering it, okay? So now you're saying, I recognize you are there. And I really appreciate that you've been teaching me how the fear feels in my physical body, how guilt feels, how abandonment, neglect, shame, anger, sadness, how all of those emotions felt. Now I've learned them. And I really want to thank you for teaching me those emotions, for showing them how they feel in my physical, emotional, mental body. And with much love and gratitude, I am telling you thank you, and I'm releasing you now. Now I also guide client to see that emotion leaving their body. Most of the time, like I said in my previous video, they will have some sort of release. They might sneeze, they might cough a lot, sometimes they might vomit, but they will release that emotion, or they will just tell you, oh my God, it just left, and they might burp, and when that happens, they just can visually see it. And also it happens that the release of it itself, the symptom, might come later. But when they visualize it, that it's been gone, it's just, left their body, you just want to tell them that now I'm asking my higher self, my guardian angels, to escort that entity to where it belongs, or to transmute it to the love and light of the divine creator. And again, I'm guiding a client to take a deep breath into their heart, and I'm telling them, now from your heart, I want you to expand your beautiful loving energy in whatever color you envision it. Expand it and guide it to that body part where that entity or the energy was stored. So the client is guiding their own energy. I am guiding simultaneously mine. And when the process is complete, the client usually will sit and just like, they will exhale like with such a relief, You have to be very much paying attention what they're doing, how they're breathing, what emotions they have on their face, how they move, and all that stuff. So that being said, guys, this is how I get to it. Has to be done before QHHT session. And the reason why I recommend to do that before QHHT, because if there are entity attachments present, they might guide your client to the to the lifetime or the memory in the lifetime, which is not pleasant, where they will feed off of that fear or anger or anything in a negative nature. So that's my intake on it. It works for me wonderfully, and I hope it will work for you too. So if you guys have any other questions related to entity attachments, please ask me in the comments, message me, and I'm here to help you. Yes, and I wanted to also, I'm going to post another video about entity attachments who are large and more powerful than just a regular tiny ones. Okay, so watch my next video about that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe, share, like this video, and with much love and light, thank you so much. Bye-bye.